Hello, viewers of The Pioneer. How are you doing? I hope you're healthy and well. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring you developments regarding Russia-Ukraine war. In a moment, I will tell you about an incredible development. Internal confusion can cause greater problems than external threats. If the enemy is on your doorsteps, he knows all your plans or is looking for an opportunity to distract you. There is a long-standing enmity between Russia and Chechnya. This enmity can cause even leaders to make wrong decisions. For example, Chechen leader Ramazan Kadyrov sent Chechen soldiers to Ukraine to fight on Russia's side. This move, however, exacerbated tensions between the two nations. The Russian army informed the Ukrainian army of Chechen troops' positions, further straining relations between the two nations. So, what are the details of the tension between Chechen troops and the Russian troops? Let's take a look at the developments together. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring you developments regarding Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so as not to miss our daily map reports and reports on the agenda. You can also support me and my team by using the super thanks button below the video. Let's start if you are ready. The Pioneer reports. There is a strong resistance on the defense line set up by the Ukrainian army. Russian forces are trying to break through the Ukrainian defenses every day, but failing. The operations so far have been fruitless, and the Russian army has suffered heavy losses on the Donetsk front line. Despite this, new military deliveries are being made to the region and the losses are being compensated. The Russian war leadership has redeployed parts of the troops of the Chechen leader Kadyrov, who had been assigned to the defense of the Bakhmut region, to assist Russian troops in Avdiivka. However, this move may point to a more complex problem, as there are unsolved hostilities between the Russian troops and Kadyrov's troops. Chechen soldiers, even though they are now fighting for the Russian army, harbor deep animosity between them. Likewise, Russian soldiers feel a similar hostility towards Chechen troops. Although the Russian army tried to cover up the recent incident, the truth has come to light. According to recent reports, a Russian soldier recently contacted Ukrainian soldiers. Initially, Ukrainians did not know that this person was a Russian soldier. The Russian soldier contacted the Ukrainians by the telephone and informed them that the Chechen troops were moving to Avdiivka and even gave them their route. Ukrainian soldiers immediately passed this information to the headquarters. The Ukrainian war headquarters then sent a number of reconnaissance units to the area. In addition, unmanned aerial vehicles of the Ukrainian army scanned the area from the air and monitored the situation. The reports turned out to be true. Chechen troops were traveling towards Avdiivka, following the routes indicated by the Russian soldiers on the telephone. The armed forces of Ukraine prepared an urgent plan to repel an attack by the Chechen troops. A direct attack by the Ukrainian infantry units was risky, as the positions of the Chechen troops were well behind the Russian positions. Instead, the Chechen troops had to be destroyed in one go. For this purpose, the HIMARS missile systems provided by the United States came into play. Ukrainian soldiers identified the target by precisely adjusting the missile batteries. In order to completely neutralize the Chechen soldiers, they had to act in one go. Meanwhile, Ukrainian army drones were closely following the Chechen troops, sometimes stopping en route. The most favorable moment for the attacks was when the Chechen troops were taking a break. While watching the images provided by the drone, the Ukrainian soldiers finalized their preparations. They took up a waiting position, and the Ukrainian drones detected the moment when the Chechen troops were taking a break. It was now time to mobilize for the attack. On the orders of the Ukrainian headquarters, the HIMARS missiles were immediately fired, and the Russian air defense systems were once again ineffective. The HIMARS missiles traveled towards the area where the Chechen troops were located, reaching their targets without encountering any return fire. The explosives hit their targets with a great noise and destroyed the vehicles used by the Chechen troops. One missile hit a Chechen soldier's vehicles, causing a huge explosion, which affected the surrounding soldiers and destroyed them. Another missile hit the camp of Chechen soldiers, destroying the entire unit. The Ukrainian army achieved a great success with this operation. However, there is an important issue that experts drew attention to. Initially, the Ukrainian military did not pay much attention to this issue because their priority was to destroy the Chechen troops arriving to Avdiivka. Therefore, at the beginning, this issue was not given much importance. Ukrainian soldiers began to investigate the sources of the tip-off, and in the process, Ukrainian intelligence officials made efforts to analyze the telephone records. However, the trace was unsuccessful because the line was encrypted. This indicated that tip-off had been made by the members of the military or intelligence services. The Ukrainian authorities processed until the last piece of the information, but then the investigation stalled and no progress could be made. However, the truth came out later because the Chechen soldiers had sworn to revenge, and it was when they revealed the fact. Chechen sources claim that the positions of the Chechen troops was reported to the Ukrainian army by the Russian soldiers. Chechen soldiers even made the following statements in their statement about the incident. We learned that our comrades were unexpectedly subjected to an intense attack on their way to the Avdiivka. The enemy targeted them, and unfortunately, all of our comrades lost their lives, although those who sent them to Avdiivka had emphasized that the operation was covered. The Ukrainians responded unexpectedly, upsetting all our plans. We are fighting for the Russian army, but the Russian soldiers are not on the same side with us. They see us as enemies and are doing their best to eliminate us. They don't hesitate to throw our friends into the fire of the war. We can't suffer any more casualties. Kadyrov must protect us, otherwise what happened is not our responsibility. All Russian soldiers are potential enemies. We have the person who denounced the Russian soldiers and they are looking for him now. He's probably hiding in the woods. If he survived, nature will deal with him in its own way. According to the Chechen soldiers, the source of the denunciation is believed to have been a Russian soldier and was probably executed. This could lead to new tensions between Chechens and Russians. If old enmities are rekindled, the Russian army may find itself facing a second front, and the Russian army, which is already losing its strength, may be cornered in this situation. It is claimed that the problems between the Russian army and affiliated units are more than in recent days. Russian official sources deny this, but many other sources are voicing it. But is there really such a situation? The coming days will show us this. So now it's your turn. What do you think? What do you think the destruction of Chechen soldiers by the Ukrainian army will lead to? Will the problems between Russian soldiers and Russian troops and affiliated groups increase? Will these problems give the advantage to the Ukrainian army? Can the Ukrainian army utilize this advantage? Let me know in the comments. I read and care about all your comments.